The second tile is the gross income tile. So I can input my income here, what I think my income is, or I can send the documents to a loan officer, the person who brought this app to you, by email or whatever their mechanism is, uploading to their website, whatever it is, and they are going to verify my income. So I think my income is that much. And I can always calculate my income. Let's calculate the income. I click on calculate income and it is showing all the incomes that I have calculated in the past. I will just ignore those for now. Or maybe, I have incomes that are included. I'm going to exclude this income that I calculated and exclude this income that I calculated and exclude all the incomes that are already there. Okay. So let's see. As of now, it shows me your income as $0. I just add my new income. I have an employment or self-employment or other income, like, for example, child support or separate alimony or social security benefit or disability benefit that goes in other income. I can be an employed. Employed means at the end of the year, I'm getting W-2. I can be business employed or self-employed, which means I may be a 1099 contractor. I'm running a business like a LLC or a S Corp or a C Corp. I can calculate my income there. So for example, this is an employment income and it's a fixed income, which means if I take a time off, I don't get my salary deducted, or I'm not paid by the hour. Like, a few days I'm working 6 hours, other days I'm working 4 hours, and other days I'm working 8 hours. If that's the case, this is called variable income. So right now I go to the fixed income, and on the fixed income part, I have two ways to calculate it. I can manually calculate. I can just say my employer name is my employer Inc., whatever it is. And what is my annual income? I think my annual income is $96,000. That comes out to be $8,000 per month. And what is the start date? The reason for the start is we need to know this job and the job before, just for the qualification purpose. So for example, I started here in 2022, 1st of November. Okay, I just click OK, and I'm currently working here. So that is it. That's my salary. I click on save, and it's not telling me that my income is $8,000. Now, for example, I'm also getting some kind of social security benefit, for example. So I click on add new, and I click on my other income, and then I say I'm getting some kind of, or I'm getting maybe a social security income. Okay, so I just entered that. How much is my annual income? So I say SSN disability. For example, I'm getting some disability income. Annually, I'm getting like $24,000, for example, and it is currently active. Okay, I click on save. That is it. My income is now $10,500. Oh, how come my income is $10,500? I put $8,000 for this job. With the job that is included, they go all the way to the end. Okay, so this is the job that I added, my employer Inc., $96,000. That's $8,000, and social security benefit I put $24,000, but it is calculating it wrong, isn't it? Let me scratch my head. No, it's not. When it is social security, disability, or social security income, it is calculated 1.25 times the money that you get. So the monthly payment is $2,000 times 1.25, because this is the social security income. It is calculated as 2,500. So 2,500 plus 8,000, my total income is $10,500. And on the right side, it shows that the verified income is $6,750. So that's verified by the employer. If that is verified by the loan officer. If I don't agree, I can talk to him. But for now, I think my income is $10,500, and based on that, I go out, and you see my gross income is coming out to be $10,500. Now, I can add a lot of other income. For example, I have a 1099. I'm getting a 1099. I can always add, my business. I'm an independent contractor, or I have a partnership income, or I have an S Corp or C Corp. I can choose any of these four type of self-employed businesses. So if you're getting a 1099, or you're doing a self-employed with no business registered, and you're filing Schedule C, like Lyft, Uber, you're just receiving cash, but you're reporting it as a Schedule C, you're not getting 1099 still. You're going to use this one, which is basically based on your tax return Schedule C. So if you use this income, you can actually manually add the net income from your tax return, or you can calculate based on your tax return. So if I click on calculate income and click OK, I need to add what is shown on the name of the proprietor. That is you. Okay. And then principal business profession. So 1 year you put trucking, other year you put Uber. These are two separate schedules. So make sure whatever your business is, you put it there every year, the same thing. Or just put self-employed. Self-employed works for everything. You can put the name. If you have a business name, DB or something, you can put it here, and then you put your start date. And then just follow the 2024, which is the most recent year, tax return, data from the tax return, and then do the same thing for 2023, do the same thing. Now, once you are done with it, it's going to calculate everything for you, and it's going to show you what's your monthly income is. Because sometimes you have income coming from, depreciation, or you claiming on meal and entertainment that is negative, but depreciation is positive. And for example, you have miles, and you calculate the miles rate, and then you put the miles there, and you calculate the miles rate there. Okay. So let's go out. Or same way, you can have a K1 and you can calculate based on the K1, or you can have an S corp and you can calculate based on S corp or C corp, or you can add manually, or you can what's called based on a K1 you can add manually, or based on tax return. So if it is C corp, you just go in there. You need to find the form 1040. You need some information. Your form 1040, which is your W2 income that you received from that business. If you have not received the W2 income from that business, you can leave it empty. For example, you are doing a full-time job and you are running a full-time business. Your job goes somewhere else. This W2 is coming in from self-employment, and you can fill in all the information. So I briefly cover this. We will have more detail on each section, and we are going to add and show you how each section is working. But for now, this is your income, and that's how your income is calculated. So we just finished the gross income, very brief overview. We shall have a detailed overview for each component separately and discuss about various components of it, so you understand how an income is calculated.